Hello, this is Yaakov Kronenberg from Jerusalem, and tonight we'll be doing another chart in a series of classes on Aries, ascendant, and Mars in the different signs. Tonight we'll be doing Mars in Capricorn. Mars in Capricorn is interesting because Mars in Capricorn is in its exaltation. And in Aries ascendant, Mars in Capricorn is going to befall in the 10th house, the highest place in the zodiac, in the person's chart. And so a person who has this configuration will be very, very powerful and will have a strong presence, and it tends to bring great success in one's career. It's a very nice combination. Tremendous power. It gives a strong, powerful personality and a natural leader. I remember in Israel, Ariel Sharon, for example, he had that chart, Aries with Mars exalted in Capricorn, and they called him the bulldozer. Right? Because he just, when he wanted something, he was a bulldozer until he got it. And tonight I'm not going to do his chart because I've done a series of charts on famous politicians, and you can find his analysis of his chart over there in more depth than I'll do here. Here we're only going to talk, about in this series we'll only talk about 2-3 minutes on each person to illustrate, to illustrate the planet and the ruling planet combination. So over there I go more into depth on the chart, and it's more in depth for people who want to learn more deeper how to understand a horoscope. But in any case, it's a nice combination. It could make a person very career oriented, very career-oriented, very a strong power drive to be successful. It gives a lot of practicality too. See, why is Mars exalted in Capricorn? Because the Capricorn is a Saturnian sign. Usually you would think it's not such a good combination, because Mars is hot by nature, and Capricorn is cold. You would think you wouldn't want hot and cold together. But I guess here they say that because Mars is very powerful, but sometimes it lacks direction, and it lacks stay-to-itiveness, to stick to something. They like to do things fast and get it over with. And so that's two of their drawbacks to the Aries. To the Martian is they want to do things too fast, and they want to get it done quickly. They don't have the endurance sometimes. And so when you put Mars in Capricorn, it gives the stick-to-itiveness, it gives the endurance, and it gives an ability to carry through a project till the end, to stick to things till it's concluded. And it gives a certain practicality and direction to the Mars. The Mars is Gevura in Kabbalah. We say Gevura is strength, but strength needs something to... Just the strength for strength's sake is not good. The strength needs direction. It needs a way to use itself, and Capricorn is very, very practical and very down to earth, and it gives shape to that Martian energy. Tonight I want to look at the chart of a very famous man, a very famous actor actually. His name was Lloyd Douglas, and you see he had this combination. He had Aries with the Mars exalted in the 10th house, together with another 3 planets. He had the Sun there, and he had Venus, I think, and he had I don't remember what the 4th planet was, but anyway, he had 4 planets there, and So it made him a success from a young age. He became very successful, and he had a very good career in the arts and acting and things like that for his whole life. A very successful chart, very successful man. He had Venus up there in the 10th house, the ruler of marriage. He was one of the few actors that had a long marriage. It looks like he had a marriage that lasted already about 40 years, which is something very, very rare it's rare in general today, but especially in Hollywood. That's something that's, almost very unusual. And so you see, he had a very good chart, very down to earth chart. 4 planets in Capricorn, and I think he had Saturn in the 2nd, if I remember, in Taurus. I don't have his chart with me right now, but he had at least 5 planets in Earth signs, so it made him very down to earth, very practical, and it's okay. He came off in his films, and it was also very good for children. He has 4 children. They all became I think 3 of them at least became very successful actors or actresses, right? And he had, I guess, he had the ruler there of the children up also in the 10th house. That they also continued the way of their father. I guess he made them very proud of them. So the guy had a very good charmed life, so to speak. He had a nice chart, all the planets in good houses, and in good zodiacal state, which is very important. He had Jupiter also, if I remember. He had Jupiter exactly conjunct the Mars. So it was a very... even though Jupiter is in detriment in Capricorn, Jupiter is Jupiter, and Jupiter gives a lot of direction to the Mars also. It gives a certain Jupiter is good behavior, good morality, and I think that's what he had in his chart. That he had his life was so successful, that he had a long-term marriage, he had children that were good, and he had a good career. And I think a lot of that is probably due to the fact that he has Jupiter almost exactly conjunct Mars on the top of the chart, and Mars is ruling the chart. And so the Jupiter adds a lot of wisdom to it, a lot of guidance, and it's a good chart, and it's rare to find a good chart in Hollywood. And I thank everybody for listening.